Tobias Doring's book Caribbean English Passages. Intertextuality in the postcolonial tradition is a work of great merit, notably for its continual emphasis on the profound interconnectedness that defines the Caribbean, as succinctly articulated by the Haitian scholar Michel Rolfe-Trouillat. Trouillat aptly states that the Caribbean is nothing but contact. Additionally, Doring's book stands out for its meticulous examination of genre politics, effectively dismantling the notion of a singular imperial/colonial discourse. Instead, it redirects postcolonial discourse towards the rich history of cultural and textual resistance in the Caribbean. Doring takes readers on an extensive exploration of Caribbean and English literature. Through careful close readings and rigorous theoretical analysis, he transcends the initial encounter with the text, echoing Antonio Benitez Rojo's assertion that the reader inevitably reflects themselves in the act of reading. What Doring excels at is a form of reading where each text, at times unexpectedly but always enrichingly, begins to reveal its own textured layers, a concept aptly described by Benitez Rojo. Caribbean English Passages is organized into 6 chapters, each focusing on a specific genre: travel writing, nature poetry, adventure novels, autobiography, picture poetry, and the epic. The first chapter places particular emphasis on travel writing, as it embodies the idea of passage most tangibly. It offers an interrelated reading of texts such as Naples' The Middle Passage, J. A. Froude's The English in the West Indies, Edgar Mittelholzer's With a Caribbee, and Am Johnson's Sequins for a Ragged Hem. Chapter 2 delves into plantation writing and nature poetry, with James Granger's The Sugar Cane serving as a pivotal text, the first West Indian Georgic. This genre aims to reconcile the pressures of experience with prevailing cultural norms, presenting itself as a noteworthy precursor to postcolonial Caribbean writing, exemplified by works like Grace Nichols' 1990 poem, Sugar Cane, and David Dapidine's 1984 collection, Slave Song. Chapter 3 juxtaposes Wilson Harris's novel The Secret Ladder with Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, and, somewhat unexpectedly, Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World. Chapter 4 centers on V.S. Naples' The Enigma of Arrival, and David Dapidine's The Intended, examining their engagement with English and Caribbean pretexts. Notably, both Caribbean texts grapple with Conrad's Fin de Siècle novel. In Chapter 5, Dapidine's extended poem Turner is studied alongside J.M.W. Turner's painting Slavers Throwing Overboard the Dead and Dying Typhoon Coming On, and John Ruskin's renowned review of it. Doring illustrates how postcolonial ekphrasis can be a powerful strategy for dismantling the colonial past. Chapter 6 analyzes Derek Walcott's Ameros as an act of poetic ekphrasis, and a challenge to the canon. Among other things, Doring addresses the appropriation of a Caribbean epic. Each chapter is complemented by a thought-provoking illustration, such as Nicolas Vlugel's The Shield of Achilles in Chapter 6 and Waiting for the Races, an engraving from Charles Kingsley's Travelogue at Last. A Christmas in the West Indies in Chapter 1. This Victorian portrayal of different racial groups in Trinidad is discussed in the context of Naples' reinterpretation of the image in his own travelogue.